CES 2026 is coming to a close here, and I wanted to share with you some of the best Apple-related accessories that I saw at the event so far. And before we get into all of that, be sure to check out my previous CES videos here in our CES playlist, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more coverage of not only CES, but of course, all of the new Apple products and news that will be dropping throughout 2026. So let's start with the brand new Qi2 Power Keyboard. This is a really smart evolution of what the company's kind of been doing, as it gives you a full physical keyboard that pairs over Bluetooth, but the big upgrade here is that it also is a power accessory. It magnetically attaches, supports wireless charging, and basically turns your phone into a mini productivity setup without feeling too bulky. If you miss real keys, you have that BlackBerry syndrome, and you want something that actually adds utility instead of just nostalgia, this one just makes a lot of sense. And it's not just for your phone, but you can also pair it with an iPad, Apple Vision Pro, or even an Apple TV. And I really love the idea of using this around the house and then switching over to another device like the Apple TV for easy input while browsing content. If you're tired of waiting for Apple to make a touchscreen MacBook, then you might want to check out the Magic Screen from startup Intricate. The Magic Screen is a snap-on digitizer that aligns to your MacBook's display using the built-in magnets that lets your Mac know when the lid is closed to trigger sleep mode. After connecting it via a single USB-C cable, the tempered glass layer supports the typical range of gestures that we've come to associate with smartphones. So tapping, swiping, and zooming with your fingers directly on the screen. And in a nod to the iPad and the Apple Pencil, the Magic Screen also comes with its own stylus that supports pressure sensitivity and stylus hover for drawing, writing, and manipulating objects, as well as navigation. The latency is very minimal, if anything at all, especially with the stylus, as you can see here, and it also supports iPhone mirroring, allowing you to interact with iOS apps on your MacBook display with your fingers, so it just becomes a lot more natural. Before we get into the rest of this video, I do want to let you know that this video is sponsored by Habata and their new E3 Pro ergonomic chair, which is what I'm currently sitting on. And it's a perfect upgrade for anyone who spends long hours at their desk, whether it's just doing your normal work or doing long hours of editing like I am. It is a fantastic chair. So you know that lower backache that you get after sitting all day? Well, Habata might have actually fixed that for me, because Habata is the first brand in the world to apply AI technology to ergonomic chairs. And with that technology, was able to create an iconic ergonomic chair in the E3 Pro. The E3 Pro solves that with the world's first floating wing lumbar support, wrapping around your waist and keeping you comfortable no matter how you sit. It's fully adjustable, from the 4D headrest that moves with your neck to 60 armrests that fit any desk setup, even a retractable footrest if you just want to kick back between sessions, which is honestly one of my favorite things about this chair. And that's what makes this iconic. And it has been a top seller for 3 years in Germany, France, Spain, the UK, the US, Japan, and China. It's also built with breathable mesh so you don't overheat, and honestly feels like a mix between a premium like gaming chair or work environment like a Herman Miller, which I have quite a few chairs from that brand, and I immediately rolled it off into the sunset because the Habata felt just as good to sit in and looks premium, and you don't have to spend $1,500 or more. Right now, Habata is offering free shipping, a 3-year warranty, and 30-day returns. So if you're serious about your setup or you just want your back to thank you later, check out the Habata E3 Pro using the link in the description down below. This is the Qi2 Tagged 2, and it's a watch that fits an Apple AirTag on the bottom so that it can be used to easily track the person that's wearing it. And obviously, if you can't tell by the looks, it's mostly targeted for parents who want to use this for their children. I genuinely want something like this for my kids who are going to school, because I think they're still way too young for a smartwatch, and this is a great blend of being able to ensure that they have arrived safely while at school and give them something that isn't a supercomputer strapped to their wrists. It just tells the time, which is all they need, and I can see where they're at, making sure that they are safe throughout their school day. Now, this product from LG is technically not new for 2026, as it came out towards the back end of 25, but it's the first time that I've seen it in person, and they're still pushing it for 2026, and that's the 32-inch ultrafine Evo 6K monitor. And if you're looking at it and wondering how well is it going to work with the Mac, well, I feel like it's made specifically for Mac users in mind. You get a massive 6K resolution that scales perfectly with macOS, Text looks insanely sharp, and you've got tons of room for editing timelines, photographs, code, multitask, whatever it is that you might be doing on your Mac. The Nano IPS black panel delivers deeper blacks and great contrast compared to traditional IPS, which is huge for all that creative work that I typically do and what you might be doing as well. And it has Thunderbolt 5, which is neat because I have yet to see that on a monitor. The M-Con controller that I checked out last year and was a huge hit is finally shipping this year, and it looks fantastic. This compact gaming controller literally snaps to the back of your phone and turns it into a handheld gaming rig. Uses MagSafe and Bluetooth to pair with phones, tablets, and even PCs, and it hides console-style sticks, triggers, and buttons under a sleek slider that pops out when you're ready to play. It also has fold-out ergonomic grips, Hall effect analog controls for precision, built-in gyro motion support, and even kickback mode that lets you prop the phone up for tabletop gaming. There were also a few prototypes from this year that are launching to make controllers fit perfectly to your device and make things a little bit more slim. So the iPhone 17 Pro here has a somewhat slimmer profile than some of the other phones out there, and in efforts to keep things more, slim and less bulky in your pocket, M-Con is looking to deliver a good gaming experience like the original model here, but also to keep that a thinner profile in your pocket. So looking forward to seeing these out in the wild, hopefully soon. Qi has a few new chargers for 2026, but there are a couple that really caught my eye, and number one was the Mag Fusion Arc. The Mag Fusion Arc can charge an iPhone at up to 25 watts, matching the speed of Apple's MagSafe 2 chargers when paired with an iPhone that supports Qi 2.2. And the Mag Fusion Arc has a 6-in-1 design that includes a base that can charge up to 3 phones, and then 3 detachable power bank spheres for a total of 6 charging points. All 6 of the charging spots support Qi 2.2 speeds, and it's an ideal charger for multi-person households. And there was also the Qi Mag Fusion Desk Hive 5X Pro, which is a really slick all-in-one design for your desk that charges up to 5 devices at once, including fast laptop charging and Qi 2.2 magnetic wireless charging for your phone. With built-in retractable USB-C cables and a clean, compact design, this is a desk accessory that I need on my desk like right now. Speaking of things I want on my desk right now, Satechi has a new accessory that looks like it's the perfect pair for a certain Apple computer that might be in identical shape and size. And so this is the new Cube dock, and it can really offer you a lot. This dock is powered by Thunderbolt 5, so it's a big step up in speed and capability compared to older docks. It can easily handle multiple high-resolution displays and just works right away with a true plug-and-play setup. There's no extra software needed. And you can add a bunch of built-in SSD storage via the NVMe slot here on the bottom. I believe it's up to 8 terabytes, so you can work directly off of the dock without plugging in any extra drives. It stays quiet even when you're pushing it, and it can fully charge your laptop while still powering all your other accessories because there's a bunch of USB-C ports on the back, and it makes it a really clean all-in-one desk solution. Also, there's a few new wireless keyboard and mouse options for your Mac or Windows PC, but it's more Mac-centric out of the box, which is great for me and looks sleek and minimal for another good addition to your desk setup. 12 South also announced a new Valet tray with Qi 2 certified wireless charging that combines 15-watt magnetic charging with a leather-lined catch-all for everyday items. And those items include anything from, your keys, your watch, your wallet, anything. The Valet features Qi 2 wireless charging, delivering up to 15 watts of power to compatible iPhone models and other Qi 2 devices. And it also includes a USB-C port capable of supplying up to 15 watts to power a second device. And that is concealed beneath the bottom of the tray in order to reduce any visible cables. The Valet, again, is also powered by USB-C, so let's USB-C everything. And also, from Anker, there's this new Smart Display Nano charger that as soon as you plug in your device, it will instantly recognize what phone you have plugged in and then shows the charge level, power flow, and temperature of that connected device. So here we plugged in an iPhone 15 Pro Max, and of course, it'll recognize and supply the device with the correct power and efficiency to get it topped off quickly. Belkin has a few new charging accessories for your iPads, tablets, and even the Nintendo Switch 2, which is not an Apple-related accessory, but still pretty cool to check out. That charging case and the lineup includes new Qi 2 and Qi2.2 wireless chargers, magnetic power banks, and a high-capacity laptop battery and USB-C productivity accessories, with an emphasis, of course, on higher charging speeds modular designs, and broader device compatibility. And speaking of Qi 2.2 chargers, ESR has its new 10,000 milliamp hour MagSafe power bank, and it is apparently the thinnest 2.2 25-watt power bank out on the market so far, measuring in at 13.8 millimeters thick. It is also able to charge the iPhone 17 models at up to 25 watts, just like MagSafe. So, those are the best Apple-related accessories that I saw so far this year at CES 2026. Of course, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below on which one was your favorites. Be sure to check out the rest of our CES 2026 playlist and coverage. And yeah, let me know your favorites in the comments down below. This has been Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you around in the next video.